to complete, right? Don't go over time. And here's another microphone.
Thanks. Good evening, people. I hope you're fresh after the placement talk, so let me start. So the topic that we got was the complete woman. So let us begin our complex presentation with a simple quote. So, women, they are a complete mystery. This is said by none other than Stephen Hawking, who understood the mysteries of the universe. So see here, he's just talking about women. So the complete woman, you should understand what we are going through. So let me, before going to the initial perspective, let me say what came into my mind when I first heard about the topic. So I was like, the complete woman. So only the word woman stuck with me. So I was thinking about blue eyes, blonde hair, so on and so forth. But then I realized it's not about the woman of my dreams, but rather the complete woman. So what do you mean by complete woman? So let's go on to the initial perspectives. These are the initial perspectives that come into our mind when we hear the word complete woman. So most of them are self-explanatory. So we'll start with self-confidence. She doesn't want, the complete woman is already complete, that she doesn't need the approval of anyone to perform. Okay, sorry. She doesn't need someone to complete her. The next thing is calmness, which is a rarity that you see in women nowadays, maintaining their calmness. Then commands respect. She automatically commands respect rather than demanding respect. Then feminine, she's proud of her feminine qualities. And of course, she's friendly. Then by godly, we meant anything, like she's more like a god, not like that, but she draws inspiration from God. That is what the initial perspective was, not if you are an atheist. So let me hand over to how the perspective of women have changed over the course of history.
Good evening, everyone. Now I'm going to talk about how women is pursued throughout history, and I'm going to talk by giving you examples how a woman is pursued as a complete woman at their times. So I'm going to quote some examples of a complete woman at their times. So here it is Jane Austen. She might be, many of you might be well aware of her, but let me talk about her. She is a very well-known writer. Her writings were considered as one of the most read English literature. So she is one of the women who was considered as complete woman of her times. And next, during this period, there are actually many examples to quote, like Marie Curie is one of the best examples to give, and Mother Teresa. And here I quoted two examples such as Rosa Parks and Amelia Earhart. These are the four different women who are considered as complete women at their times. And how a woman is pursued complete in recent times. So a woman who is independent and who is educated woman is considered as a complete woman at the recent times. So this is the perspective of how a complete woman is pursued throughout times. So let's hear about a complete woman from a woman itself.
Hello everybody. Now let's see. There are various attributes attached to women always. But the question is, are these attributes restricted to only women? Is there anybody who can decide what a complete woman should be? In my opinion, it is only women who can decide what makes her complete. So there are various stereotypes present in the society that women is incomplete without men, and women is only restricted to home and household activities. She is physically weak. Now, many other stereotypes are there. Some stereotypes are evident from the quotes which we have cited here by Chanakya, who toppled Nanda dynasty through his Kutniti. He says that a good wife is the one who serves her husband in the morning like a mother does, loves him in the day like a sister, and pleases him like a prostitute during night. So mythologically, he is a great person, but he has reduced womanhood to a mere object. Then another one, Aristotle. Aristotle said, Aristotle, who actually brought about logic in philosophy through science and mathematics, he only saw one attribute in women, that was defectiveness. So that is what he says. Now, to contradict these stereotypes. We have certain examples. We all know Rani Lakshmibai and Noor Jahan. So Rani Lakshmibai fought for her rights, and General Hugh said, the only men I fought during war was Rani Lakshmibai. So physically, the epitome of strength. Then Noor Jahan, we all know. Jahangir was a nominal leader. So she actually ruled the throne, Mughal throne, for 15 years. We have two very inspirational examples here. One is Reshma Qureshi, who was a victim of acid attack, and she now gives beauty tips and has become a model. And she took part in New York Fashion Week as well. The other one is another victim of sexual harassment, and she is now taking counseling classes for those who have been suffering from this kind of tyranny. Now to Ghiyasuddin.
Now we'll talk about the societal hindrance to complete women. There are many hindrances, but we have taken two of them which we can relate to. First of them is the freedom, or you can say the lack of freedom. When we say that it's lack of freedom, it is not right word to describe that, but it's a sense of freedom which women get. And take example of Khap Panchayat, where women are not given freedom. They are restricted to their movement, and young girls are not allowed to carry a phone, and there are instances of honor killings. And the second example is the patriarchal society. Take example of our women reservation bill in the parliament. It was in 1998 when it was introduced in the parliament, but after 18 years, it has not been passed. Do you know why it has not been passed? This is because some politician who has a patriarchal mindset do not want to be ruled by, influenced by the women in the parliament, because they are already influenced by women at home. Thank you.
So, different times had a different idea of what a complete woman is. Okay, so we have seen numerous examples, like my friends here have already shown, of how a complete woman is perceived at different times. But let's look at this at an individual level. Ask yourself this question: what comes to your mind when you think of a complete woman? What comes to your mind? So I also went to the same dilemma yesterday, and first, within a minute, I had this idea of what a complete woman according to me is. So any guesses? No? I have a video here that will make it clear what according to me a complete woman is.
देखो, ये वही मैं हूं और ये वही तुम हो। हम दोनों एक साथ इस फुटपाथ से उठे थे, लेकिन आज तुम कहां रह गए और मैं कहां गया? आज मेरे पास बिल्डिंगें हैं, प्रॉपर्टी है, बैंक बैलेंस है, बंगला है, गाड़ी है। क्या है तुम्हारे पास? मेरे पास मां है।
So even the legendary Mr. Amitabh Bachchan didn't have a reply to that. So that is why I think a complete woman, a mother, it can be qualified as a complete woman. So why do I say it so? I'll substantiate this with certain qualities only a mother can possess. Okay, as you can see, unconditional love. So a mother's love knows no bound. And when she loves you unconditionally, and there are no strings attached to that. And she's ever forgiving, as we all know. And she is a timeless teacher. She teaches you throughout your life. Right from the beginning, when you're born, she teaches you how to walk and how to talk. And till the end, she gives you valuable insights about life and gives you pearls of wisdom. Okay? And the list can go on and on and on. There's no bound to a mother's quality, what she possesses. So next slide. Okay, so we can say that throughout life, mothers have actually shaped our world. How do I say so? Because they have nurtured and inspired individuals who grow and make life-challenging decisions and make history-making accomplishments. Okay, all said and done, but do we really give them the respect that they deserve? Do we stop at some time and think, okay, what is she feeling right now? And should I express what I feel? So we haven't done that. So we can say that being a mother is a thankless job. So today I would like to take this opportunity and ask each and every one of you present here to call up your mom and just say thank you for making me what I am today.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, I said good morning. When my friends told me to conclude this topic, I was in a big dilemma. That if I say something wrong, then it will be politically incorrect, and speaking something against women in this society or being politically incorrect in this society is very challenging. So this was what I faced. So, but I realized that why this thing came into my mind. This is because this is how a society has perceived us. And that's why I forgot to speak good evening instead of good morning. This is because of the fear of the society that the society has perceived and put inside us. I would like to play a simple experiment with all of you to demonstrate this. I would speak one question and you just have to do a simple experiment with your hand, and you should reply within a single second of me speaking the question, otherwise you will be deemed politically incorrect. So the question is, those of you who believe in gender equality, put your left hand on your chin. So many followed me and put your left hand on your nose. This is how society perceives us. This is how society affects us. And this is what I'm talking about. You had a question in front of you which had political dimensions, political intentions. If you spoke something wrong, it could have gone in a different direction. And I was standing here, you saw me. I was the society in this case, and you followed me. So this is the point I'm trying to talk about. That it's our society that has brought us to a point that we are questioning that what's a complete woman or a complete man. The society is not as, the world is not as simple. We are just like being engineers. The society has reduced us to a point that we are talking about a complete woman or a complete man. These are not binary numbers. This topic is much more abstract than the topic that has been given to us. So the reason this has come to us is because we as a society, we always think in two dimensions, men and women. It should be like how the human being, what are the responsibilities that has been assigned to a human being that makes him a complete man or a complete woman. I can be a complete woman if I have the qualities of being both sides. I can have the qualities of being compassionate, loving, caring. We all expect these qualities in a woman, but we never expect this. So we always expect, we never expect a woman to be protective. For us, a complete woman will never be protective. This is a quality of a man. So the point which after listening at the historical perspectives and the societal perspectives, the point which we have tried to bring is that whether we as a society, are we asking the right questions? Are we asking the right questions about being a complete woman or a complete man? A child who has lost her mother in an earlier age, for him or her, his father can be a complete man or a complete woman. So we can have the qualities of being a complete man or a complete woman. I can be a complete woman, Ghasuddin can be a complete woman, Ashok, Naisar, and even Mukesh can be complete women or a complete man, and even Aditi can be a complete man. So it depends on what are the qualities that are present in us and how we have responded to our duties that make us a complete human being. In the end, I would like to say is that it's how our duties have been performed by us that makes us a complete human being and not a complete man or a complete woman. Thank you. So questions?
Any?
So you would have realized the difficult task that we have. Even Mr. Stephen Hawking.
It seems like there are a lot of questions here. Give me one of those microphones. Who do I take first? I'll go, sequence.
Hi guys. First of all, congratulations on a great presentation.
Thank you.
And You convey through your presentation that the complete woman is an independent woman in the 21st century by quoting example of PV Sindhu, and though I don't know why you quoted Indira Gandhi. And so my question is that if you look at the today's scenario, various beauty products, for example, take example of Fair and Lovely, they are capitalizing on the Indian women weakness for a fairer skin, as they presented in the advertisement that the Yummy Gotham gave an Fair and Lovely cream to a girl, and she get a whole plethora of opportunities in the corporate world. So do you think that the Indian British women is not a complete woman? And if not, then